think that's about it. With a couple more. Well, not everybody can build an Iron Man armor, but today we can draw one. That's right, we're going to be making Iron Man. So as always, you're going to need pencil, paper, and your black line marker. And today, if you want to make a traditional colored Iron Man, you can use red, yellow, and blue, or whatever color you want. Because if we know Tony, he's always modifying. So, gear up. It's time to make Iron Man. Here we go. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to make Iron Man today. So, Iron Man's going to be flying, and we're going to put him up towards the top middle of our paper. We're going to be seeing a very perspective view of him. So we're going to be watching him from the front flying towards us. The first thing we're going to do is make a circle to start our head. We do this very sketchy and very lightly so that if we want to erase some lines later, we can. After we have our circle, we're going to use this to build our head off of. So I'm going to come down on both sides as straight as I can. And I am going to make the sides of my face. Now, or in this case, the sides of a helmet. And now, to make the bottom, I'm going to go as close as I can to the very, very middle. I'm going to make a line across in the middle. This will be the bottom of the chin of his helmet. Once I have that, I bring both sides to it. We have our basic shape for our head. We're going to lay out the basic shape for our body and our hands, and then we'll come back in and do the details. For our body, because Iron Man is going to be going towards us, we're going to start by making an oval, a big kind of oval shape, and it's going to start above this circle just a little bit. It's going to go out and loop under. So this is going to represent the body that we can see as he's flying. After we get this shape, we are going to start working on his hand. Because he's going to be flying towards us with his repulsor facing us, his hand is going to be larger than his face. This is a little something we call foreshortening. In order to do this, usually we're going to start his hand with a circle. His circle is going to be right here, overlapping the end of our oval body. And notice it's about the same size as the circle that I used for the face. Okay? Once we have that main part to our hand, we're going to start adding fingers. Facing this way, under the chin, or up to the chin, we're going to make a thumb going out. Then, we're going to make our fingers going this way. So, we think about going up from the thumb, going almost straight up. We're going to make our first finger outside of our thumb. Then our next finger is going to be a little bit taller, with space in between. Our next finger will be a little bit shorter, with some space between. And our last finger will be the shortest. It's our pinky. Or I should say, Iron Man's pinky, right? So now we have our hand set up. Okay, I said our repulsor blaster is going to be right in the middle of our hand. So right in the middle, let's make a circle so that we know where it's going to be. So one hand is going to be forward at us, the other hand is going to be back. In order to show that, first we're going to make a nice shoulder. We're going to come off the side here, make almost a little bit of a C shape. Then we'll round it on the inside. This is going to represent our shoulder. And then we're going to have a hand facing backwards. On this hand, we'll see our thumb. And then we're going to see those fingers, but they're going to be way smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming on. We don't see too much of the hand, we just see those fingers. To know that that's where the hand is back there. Projecting himself in a position with that hand. Now we're going to start putting in our details and turning this into Iron Man. First thing I like to do is down here at the bottom, I want to put in where his arc reactor is. So I'm going to make an oval about right under his face. And then from that oval, I'm going to go out one way to kind of show the chest of his armor and loop it up to his hand. Now I'm going to go out the other way and loop it up towards his shoulder. And more of a line under it. Now we're going to make some lines on his armor. I'm going to start at the top of his shoulder by his head and come down a little bit on both sides. This one's hidden behind his hand, but this side over here, we'll take it out and over, just for some details. Iron Man is an amazing builder and creator. He has literally hundreds of armors. So when it comes to making the detail, whatever details you want to add, whether lines or rivets or designs, that's up to you. I'm going to make another design to kind of show the top of the chest area. I'm going to follow that line right there. And then I'm going to come back down and around. And just kind of separate it and give more of a chest detail or line. Now, we're going to start filling in our face area. Right about halfway through our circle here, I'm going to make a line. And this is where my eyes are going to. That's going to be the top of my eye line. Okay? Iron Man's eyes, or the slits to his helmet, are going to be pretty rectangular. So I can go ahead and make a straight line across, and then I can come down two small lines and do the same thing at the bottom. Make a straight line across. Very rectangular slits for his eyes to come through. Above his eyes in the middle, I'm going to make a line across. It should go from, like I said, the middle of one eye to the other. And then from that, we're going to go up and out. This is going to start making some of the details of his helmet. Now, from the sides, you guys think about below this little, if we think about our circle that we started with, the bottom of that circle, on the sides, we're going to go in and down a little bit on both sides. And we're going to go straight down to the bottom. You guys see an Iron Man's face coming out? I think I am too. Now we're going to go across both of those. Let's see, we'll kind of make the mouth of his helmet. Awesome. So just to give a little bit more room for Tony's head in there, we need to give a little bit of space for his ears. We're not going to draw an ear, but we're going to draw kind of a skinny rectangle on each side to kind of show where the ears are placed inside of the helmet. Yeah. And now we got Iron Man flying at us. We're going to add a few more details on his glove hand right here. First, so that we don't get mixed up, I'm going to get rid of some of my unnecessary lines, leaving just my hand lines. And then, I'm going to make some lines across. Let's do about 3 on each finger. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These give kind of a sense of how his armor works and where parts might move. We'll even add some up across here. I'm going to put a little lip around my repulsor blaster, which is just another circle. Cool. It's feeling pretty Iron Man to me. Let's put a couple bolts or screws on his armor with some small circles. Put my little design line across on his shoulder pads. So now we have Iron Man and he's flying towards us. Let's go ahead and ink this so we can add some cool colors. First, when we ink, we take our marker and we go over our lines. We always have the ability to add more character. So when I ink my Iron Man, I'm going to kind of think about all those lines and details that I made. And I'm going to go over this and kind of think of it's almost like I'm building his armor. So I might make things into smaller compartment pieces now. So instead of making a whole finger, I'm tracing the individual pieces, giving them a little bit more character. And once I have my hand filled up, I'm going to go over, start my body. Shoulder pads, under, here's my arc reactor. Now guys, I made my arc reactor a oval. You guys can make your arc reactor whatever shape you like. Sometimes it's an oval, sometimes it's a triangle. Today you guys get to create your armor. So whatever you want to do, however you want to make it, is awesome. Put a couple little lines on those fingers back there, so we can tell. Some more rivets. You'll be able to see that one right there. Maybe not the one up there though. And then coming back here, slight V to my eyes to give them a little bit more attitude. But I do like to keep them pretty rectangular so they look robot-like and Iron Man-like. Alright. Awesome. So here we go. We got everything inked out. Let's start coloring. Now Iron Man has a lot of different color armors. I'm going to go with the traditional red and gold. First I'm going to start with my red. I'm going to put some, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to get rid of some of the lines I don't want. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. And sometimes when we get rid of our lines, we see some lines we can go back over and fix up. And that's A-okay. That's all a part of art. Awesome. gonna put some at the top of his helmet, on his ears, or the ear coverings of the helmet, and on the side cheek pieces. I'm also going to start coloring my hand in. On my hand, on each finger, I'm going to leave a little bit of white, like a line of white in the middle of each finger. So I'll color one side of the finger red, and I'll color the other side, but I'm going to keep the middle white. What you'll notice is, it kind of makes our character look a little shiny. The white looks like reflective light. And because Iron Man is supposed to be made of metal and shiny, gives us a really cool effect. So if you want to keep some areas on your Iron Man white, like his fingers, you get that cool effect. Do it on his thumb too. So here on his upper armor, I'm going to make a line here, because I won't color this part in. I'll leave that white. Keep that same effect. We'll do the same thing on this side for the little bit of the pad that we can see. Color it on the top, color it on the bottom, but keep a little bit of white for that reflective light. And then down here, let's see, how can I do that around here? Let's do a line straight across. And then on the bottom of it, I'll make it red. And on the top, I'll make it red. When we're trying to make a nice reflective surface, it's good to color in everything very evenly. Color in everything nice and darkly. You get the same tone. There you go. Okay, here on my shoulder pad, I'm going to keep that line going there. Just turn it up a little bit. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very, very back. I'll turn it a little bit more, but fill it out. Do my same on my little tiny itty bitty fingers in the back. That's pretty cool. Now I'm going to add my yellow or my gold color. I'm going to put a little bit around my arc reactor on my hand to give it some color contrast. I'm going to put some on my face here. But I'm going to do the same thing I did with my red. I'm going to put a line kind of going through each of his eyes. And I'm only going to color one side and then the other side, but I'll leave that line of white. Line of white help look kind of reflective. Also going to put some yellow on his armor of the body in between here. Now for my arc reactor, my hand repulsor and my eyes, I'm going to put blue around the outside. I'm going to keep the middle white, kind of make it look like it's lighting up. So I'll trace around the outside of my eyes with blue. I'm going to keep the inside of them white. Trace around the outside of my arc reactor with blue, but I keep the inside white. Gives us a cool effect. Awesome. Now, Iron Man's in the air and he's flying toward us. We always talk about how when we create our picture, the background is so much fun and there's a lot of different ways that you can do it. You guys can create your horizon line anywhere you want in your picture. And then that gives you room to draw things going on in the ground, things going on in the air. A whole world of things for Iron Man to be doing. Where is he coming from? Where is he going to? I cannot wait to see you guys' awesome ideas and your creative journey for your Iron Man picture. For me though, I think I'm going to be done. So I am going to sign my name. We always sign our name when we do an awesome picture to show that we're done with our work and that we're proud of our work. Alright guys, Iron Man's done, but the story now is up to you. I can't wait to see your amazing backgrounds, and I really hope you had fun drawing with me today. I'll see you tomorrow for another art class. Have an amazing Wednesday. Bye-bye.